All right, it's gonna be my video showcasing what bit I'm gonna go in VV Ultimatum. If you know, you know. It has just been revealed that well, I'm a different time zone, but at about 4 p.m. today, it's 12:28 when I'm recording this. At 4 p.m. today, VV is gonna be released, and you'll be able to play it if your Roblox account is above the age of 16. So, this is the build I'm gonna be making. Quincy on top, Arankar K, Soul Reaper K, Quincy on top every day. I'm gonna be going Quincy Keto with a little bit of strength for a specific skill. Okay. On 90 strength, this is purely just for melee keto specialists. What this does is after you land a basic attack, you get a short buff, like a short, where after landing a M1, you're basically gonna get a damage buff to your keto moves for a short amount of time. This is straight up just free damage. This is free damage. I'm not gonna turn that down, bro. And I don't really have to sacrifice that much for it, because really all I'm cutting myself off from is like Helig Verbigun, which I don't really like that much. I'm not gonna lie. Like just off of the preview, I don't really like it that much. And there's this ultimate skill, which actually sounds pretty interesting, but it's 400, which is super expensive. And then there is the Pillars of Holy Fire, which I'm just not interested in. Okay? And then going into my also I could go Tenron and Tenron level 3 so that it sucks people in when blocked and you can do combos with it. However, I'll be completely honest, I don't think that's worth running. Because if you look in this preview here, there's a good there's a good bit of in lag to it, to the point where, and it doesn't really have like stun like that. So this guy, he gets hit with the Tenron, it pulls him in, and I feel like it sets up an easier position for him to just M1 him and then start a combo. In my opinion, I don't think Tenron is worth it. But going to my Quincy skills, okay? You're gonna need some Quincy Keto in this game pretty much no matter your build, because you need two skills. Blood Artery, which is your offensive form, it increases your damage and stuff. I guess you technically don't need this, but you need Blood Vene, because it just gives you a durability buff. It gives you damage reduction. It's free, super free. Okay? Both of these sap your blood bar while you're using them, but I have Blood Vene set at level 3 so that it doesn't sap my blood bar, and then I have Blood Artery set at level 5 so it doesn't sap my blood bar and increases my weapon damage by 6%. It's just super free. If you have the points, you should invest those extra points into extra levels in Blood Artery, but bare minimum, I think you should have level 4. I think you should have level 4 unless you're going far into this keto tree and getting like a Reishi Griff, because this can actually refill your blood charge. Um, Going further up, I decided to go down the archery line just because I feel like it looks cooler. Uh, I went down, got these skills. I have Archer's Stratagem, which basically allows you to feint your bow fire, and then if you have it leveled up to where I have it, where it's level 3, you can feint and then gain a bunch of swap speed to your main Quincy weapon. Like I'm going to be going rifle. So one of the main things I kind of want to do is feint my bow fire into like my rifle crit, because I feel like it'd be really good for mix ups and just really interesting in general. So that's why I've got 3 levels on that. Going up, still silver. From what I have heard, still silver is broken. Broken at level 5. At level 3, it disables Ryatsu regeneration, which is already really good. Already super good. But at level 5, it disables transformations. Now, if you don't know, basically what happens during this is if you hit someone with still silver while they're in a transformation, like while they're in Shikai or while they're in res, it will take them completely out of the transformation and then take their buffs away. In my opinion, that shit sounds broken as fuck. That shit sounds annoying and broken as fuck. I'm gonna take that shit every time, bro. I don't know, bro. You bugging if you're not taking that shit. Okay. And then I didn't get Lecter Storm just because it costs extra SP, which kind of took away from how many levels I could put into the skills I wanted. And it doesn't seem that good because if you look at the level 5, it says turnable for twice as long, which is basically hinting at the fact it's not really turnable like that. So you're going to be locked into a direction. So it's easily punishable if you don't hit the opponent. That's why I personally don't want to go it. And then coming down here, you get bow conjuration, which changes your bow's appearance, and then you get either the impaling arrows line. You can get both technically, but you get either the impaling arrows line, which goes to impaling arrows, and then Zongenfile, which is like a charged bow shot that pins them and like takes them with the arrow and also does bleed damage. And then the other one has holy arrows, which makes it so that your bow arrows smite opponents with holy light once they're pierced. This might be okay. This might be decent. And then Blitz Fur, which in my opinion doesn't seem that good. It basically when you have it to level 3 at least, it's gonna hit someone and then ricochet around off of walls and stuff. In my opinion, it doesn't seem that good for at least like 1v1 scenarios. I think it could really be good in like uh enhanced applications with like 2v1 or 3v1. You know, let's say you're in a boss fight, bro. You're in a boss raid, bro. Boom, and you just hit everybody around you. I think it could be cool, but I really don't know how this works as much as I want to. So I feel like it's just risky to go, which is why I just would Zongenfile. Um, that's basically it for the actual skill tree itself. When you create your build, make sure you get aerial fighter, rush down, and drop cancel, bare minimum. These are literally like ingrained into the combat. You need these. Uh, Going into my build points, it's just how I distributed my things. I might change it up, maybe get like a little bit more reserves if need it, but I don't know. I don't know. So I have 25 reserves. Really, I wasn't that worried about reserves because I have 75 haste. Haste decreases your skill cooldowns and increases your ray regen, which in my opinion is just better than reserves. I still have a little bit of reserves so that my max Ryatsu capacity is a little bit higher, but for the most part, I'm just putting into haste because I get the rate regen and the decrease of school cooldowns, which is I just feel like is pretty good. I feel like it's better than reserves. Potency, I invested hella points in the potency. I invested 200 points in potency. That is literally only for damage. I just want to hit like a truck, bro. I just want to hit like a truck. I want to do a bar. I want to do a bar per move, bro. That's why I have this down here too, because I can land a basic melee attack, then use a skill that does a bunch of damage, and it'll do even more damage. I just want to do as much damage as possible, bro. I feel like it should be really good if I'm not tweaking. Okay. Metal, I got 75 metal, the same amount as haste. This one is honestly experimental. I don't know how much metal a regular build is supposed to have because that is posture, and posture is extremely important in all combats. I don't know. That's why I didn't want to go like a super low amount, like 25, but I figured 75, that's something. Like I'll probably be fine. And then Shumpo. Shumpo is just your flash step. So it's your flash step stamina and Shumpo speed. In my opinion, I don't think it's that important in the actual like combat application. So that's why I just didn't go it. And this is my whole build, bruh. If you got any comments, any questions, man, go ahead and leave a comment on this video. Leave a comment on this video, bruh. Leave a comment on this video. We are Hyper VB, Aronkar K, SRK. I'll see you niggas later.